Okay, here is the big one. Keep in mind, I am just doing this to finally, finally get this off my chest because I just let this get to me so bad, and I just look like a fool because I just keep tricking myself and thinking this guy is an awful person, but really, it's between me and him, and I just wanted to share my side of the story because this is a vent channel and not a expose channel. So, just don't worry about what I'm gonna say because this is just how I see this person as, and not how you should see him as. Okay, so basically, I made a DeviantArt post of this person as well on my new account because my old one got banned because I don't want to get into the long reasons, but it basically just involves posting art, and it's a whole mess that's in the past now. So if I just get this done with, maybe a little bit better stuff will happen. But the more I do it, the more better I feel. So yeah. So yeah, the Gmod animator, now known as Blender animator, Crispy Toast. I just, yeah, in case you don't know me, I basically was a guy who commissioned a lot of artwork back in the day and whatnot, which usually was not of the highest grade value in terms of tastefulness. So yeah, but I was trying to take a different direction and not do those type of things anymore. And yeah, so the story basically begins back in around, I say, August to September 2022, where I was on DeviantArt and whatnot, and I have watched this Crispy Toast animations before. Gm animations, they weren't the highest quality or anything, but they had earnestness, I guess. So basically, I was browsing DeviantArt, and he had this series of art commissions called the Pipsqueaks or whatever. A lot of people might know them. A lot of people commissioned them and whatnot, and they were pop culture things, and they line up and whatnot. I was thinking, hey, maybe I should do some because I thought they're pretty cool. So I contacted him, and all seemed good and whatnot. My memory can be a little bit fuzzy on here though because this happened a couple years ago. But basically, we chatted firstly on DeviantArt and whatnot, and then I asked him or something similar to that, want to go on Discord and whatnot. And he said sure, and then he added me on Discord and whatnot. And basically, we chatted there for a while, and I was very excited and whatnot. And being 19 years old at the time, I'm currently 21 in case you're wondering. And he was around 33, right? If I'm not mistaken, at least some in his early 30s. So the age gap is kind of big, just to keep in mind that I was obviously a lot younger than him. So yeah, it may not sound like it, but I am 21 now. It is the case, so don't think I'm pretending to be some other kind of person. I'm sorry to get off track here. Basically, we were chatting a lot, but all of a sudden he was just coming constantly, because of my constant enthusiasm. He was basically, apparently it ticked him off somehow. I forgot how this happened, but he just saying he was tired of me messaging him about the thing. But what's the point of messaging you? That was the whole point of this, to keep in contact and whatnot. If you don't want to do that, then just close the chats yourself. I mean, apparently when I try to close the chat, I say, why are you closing the chat? And saying because I want to be done talking. I said, no, you shouldn't have to be done talking, whatnot. And he basically was upset at me about that too, and I couldn't escape whatnot because I couldn't swear, and that's what I recall happening whatnot. He got really ticked off at me and then asked me to chat on Google Hangouts for every reason, and then started complaining to me about how I was being overly obsessed with these commissions and whatnot. And I was like okay, but you know what, I don't understand why you want me to chat in here. And I like chatting on DeviantArt more instead of Discord because nobody uses Google Hangouts anyway, and that's kind of ridiculous how you just wanted me to use Google Hangouts and whatnot in order to basically discuss what you wanted to tell me, that I was basically just being some kind of crazy guy or whatever. So yeah, but yeah, and basically I just did a bunch of commissions whatnot. I mean, I was still young. I didn't know how to invest properly in things, and I wasn't patient enough to understand. I mean, I am autistic after all, so I have mild Asperger's. More on that later, because there's going to be false accusations involving mental disorders there. Anyway, we basically just went back to Discord after he cooled down and whatnot. And you're Crispy, as I'm going to keep calling him because if I use his real name, that kind of come off as a little bit creepy. But Crispy was like, chatting, was like, I was playing my games and whatnot and having fun and watching YouTube videos at the time because I was like in the middle of like getting off of like this other thing I was doing. I'm not gonna get into that, but basically I was, talking about how I was buying a Steam Deck, whatever, and since I didn't have a job at the time, I just, really want a Steam Deck because I thought it'd be cool to have one, but me being very impulsive at the time, decided to buy the most expensive model, which cost like $600. And since I didn't have a job, of course, I mainly just asked my family for they can like save up some money for me and I could buy one. I mean, I was 19 years old, but I, was really bad at trying to keep a good job and whatnot. So that's why I kind of just did and whatnot. So basically, I was like mentioning it to him, like saying I should really stop doing these commissions because I had to pay off a loan for a Steam Deck. And I was like, you had to pay for a loan? What the heck is wrong with you, man? You pay off a loan? Like, no, it was like a family thing. I was just like, oh, yeah, like it was a family thing, like paying off the family thing and whatnot. And it basically just said, what? You work for like someone who, like, you're paying off a loan, like, how the hell did you even get like a loan to begin with? And like, no, you don't understand. Like, please calm down. I mean, it wasn't like what you think. He's like, no, I'm not listening. And like, I was like, God damn it, dude. And like, I was freaking out and having a meltdown about it. I tried recording some Discord videos, and let's just say that Discord would just not allow me to have videos that were longer than like 3 minutes, for God's sake and reason. Apparently I have to pay for a subscription, which is just ridiculous and whatnot. And I was like, and then I decided to send him pictures of myself crying to show how upset I was about that. And I was like, I'm effing crying right now. And he's like, nope, you are a sociopath and I do not want to talk to you. And then he proceeded to block me on both Discord and DeviantArt and whatnot. And I just like, God damn it. And, I really wanted to like, get to a goal in mind. So I, basically waited a couple days to see if he cooled off and whatnot. And then I was too afraid to try to like message him on email because, I also had his email account at the time as well. And I just like basically went on to ask my grandmother, who was more than willing to help me out and whatnot. And she was willing to message Crispy Toast, and when I gave him his email, and he basically went on to explain that I would have very bad anxiety and whatnot, and how I was very excited to do these things. And he was like, yeah, I have anxiety too and whatnot. And then basically, I was like just doing a bunch of stuff and whatnot. And yeah, that's why I just was able to at least get back for a while and whatnot. But of course, the story didn't have a happy ending. But I like to record these in parts 3 and whatnot. So stay tuned for the next part. Thank you and bye.